Today I'm watching Mariah Carey commercials. Hey kids, Treacle here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm trying something a little bit different. I am going to be looking at commercials, adverts, that Mariah Carey has appeared in across the years. Joining me for this video is Gilbert of Gilbert Gonzalez Jr. TV.
I'm so sorry, you fell. Give me 1 second. I thought I was more coordinated, but apparently I'm not. So I gave you a great view of my carpet. I hope you liked it.
Sure did.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me today.
Welcome to my channel. Welcome to True Treacle.
I love to be here. I've been a subscriber to his channel for a while, so the fact that you're allowing me to be here with you is really, really cool.
No, of course. I love it. I love your channel because you are going in on reactions across the board. You're covering not just Mariah, but some of my other favorite singers as well. But go ahead and tell all the good people a little bit more about your channel.
So I pretty much, the pandemic, it's kind of when it hit for us in March. I had a lot of free time. And so I've had a YouTube channel for a while, but then I was like, I really want to get more interactive and just celebrate music. I love great singers. Obviously, I love Mariah Carey. I love great singers. And there's been so many amazing performances that I wanted to share with people. So I just started doing a reaction channel and reacting to some of my favorite performances. And it just kind of snowballed from there.
Brilliant. Now, obviously, you are a hardcore lamb. That's how we found each other. So what I want to get to know is, do you have a standout Mariah song? Or if that's too difficult, is it like a top 3? And what about favorite album?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So first of all, we're doing a collaboration. So on both of our channels, we're doing this kind of like Q&A with one another. And I was sharing that for me, when I first heard There's Got to Be a Way on her debut album, I was blown away by the way that she was able to like hold a note, and just there was so much celebration and soul in her voice. And so I immediately was like, wow, this girl's really good. Whoever this girl is. I was like 9 years old. And then in 1993, I first saw her perform Hero live, and I really felt sincerely that that was what God's angels sound like. When I heard the voice that came out of Mariah Carey's throat, I had a supernatural experience. I was like, I'm very sure that that's what angels sound like. And I became a fan ever since. My favorite album is probably the Butterfly album. The song Butterfly definitely speaks to me, and it was one of the first relationships I had. It's almost like a lot of Mariah's writing is like the soundtrack to my life. My top 3 favorite songs of Mariah Carey of all time: Bring It On the Heartbreak. The whistle note at the end of that song, in my opinion, is the most gorgeous human vocal that has ever been recorded on any sound album ever. It's unreal. I will be driving, I will wind it back like 4 or 5 seconds back and just listen to it over and over and over. It's incredible. I love For the Record. And I love probably Side Effects, because I'm a huge fan of Mariah, not just as a songwriter and singer, but even her life, and just knowing what she went through with like Tommy Mottola and all that stuff. So like Side Effects is another big personal favorite of mine.
You can always get a measure of a lamb by their favorite album, and you've chosen Butterfly. You declared that as your favorite album. So yeah, you are definitely an authentic lamb. Because I think when we've been fans and lambs for so long, it's just hard to get away from just how deeply personal and what a huge moment that was in pop culture, and not just her career. So yeah, I'll co-sign with you. Butterfly, it's the one to beat.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Gilbert and I are going to look at some Mariah commercials now. We're going to see which ones we remember, which ones we haven't, and just feedback and just comment on them. So we're going to watch some of the commercials here on my channel, and then you need to go and check out Gilbert's channel to see the other commercials we are reacting to. That video is live right now, and the link is in the description below. So after you've watched this video, go and check that one out. Gilbert, are you ready?
I'm so ready. Okay, I couldn't tell. Was that okay? This is just gonna show how much I don't understand. It looked like foundation or makeup, like dripping down. I could swear that was makeup, but then she's drinking a drink like iced tea in slow motion. So was that tea dripping down, or are we supposed to look at her makeup while she drinks? I don't understand.
It is tea.
Okay.
That they weren't foundations, Gilbert. They were the different flavors of tea that you can buy and enjoy.
Well, thank God, because my next thought would have been, well, unless it is foundation, is she's drinking it, who drinks foundation? So, okay, it's tea.
I don't think I have seen that commercial before, and actually at times it almost felt like 2 or 3 kind of put together back to back. But the most interesting point of that commercial is the song. Did you recognize? Have you heard that before? Because that's Mariah singing.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't recognize the song.
So she's singing about misty mountains, but I want to say, I want to say the song is Misty Moon, and it's either I don't think it's not something that she wrote. Like the lyrics in English, when they translate from Japanese into English, it's a little bit like random. You can tell it's not something Mariah has written. It's translated. So again, we need more help from people in the comments. But I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe it's like a traditional song that she has covered for the purpose of that tea commercial. And the whole song is only like 90 seconds, 2 minutes or something. It's very, very short. But it's a song I completely forget about. And I think it's called Misty Moon.
Mariah, if you're watching, can we have a full version on the next the rarities, like volume 2? Because we would really like this. Thanks so much.
Yeah, it's pretty, right? It's really pretty.
It's very pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
You making a playlist for your girl?
Yeah, our favorite songs.
With new Intel Centrino Duo mobile technology in your laptop, your digital entertainment really comes to life.
What
was that? I love her. What was that?
That wasn't the full commercial. I think they've cut that. Do you recognize this one?
I don't, but I just think it's random that she's sitting on his lap in the library and she's like in her Mariah voice, like just her little giggle, and then she disappears. Like, what is this?
So I think it makes more sense if it's the full commercial. I think what they've done there is they've taken out the song for copyright. He's on the computer and we don't really understand what he's doing until she randomly just appears and she asks in her sultry voice, like you say, are you making a playlist for your girl? And he says, yeah. And then the bit they cut out is she says, does she like this one? Or do you guys like this one? And she sings Mine Again. This is Emancipation era.
Oh.
But
that would have been. I wonder why they cut that out, because they're sampling her music in these other commercials.
But I think it's that we're watching this on YouTube, and the YouTube uploader has cropped it out of their video so that the video doesn't get flagged for copyright.
You making a playlist for your girl?
Yeah, our favorite songs.
You guys like this one? La, da, doo, doo, dee.
Yeah, we like that one.
Intel Centrino Duo the technology in your laptop,
You're really getting a kick out of these ones.
I'm loving these. I mean, leave it to Mariah to just start doing her high note, and like, it's so random.
But I always felt like it was a bit of a weird commercial because in the first one, she sings Mine Again, which the guy could recognize from her huge album, The Emancipation of Mimi. But there, like, I'm a hardcore lamb. I only caught that it was actually a mimic of the melody from Mine Again at the end. That guy, he just got Mariah on his lap. And she's doing random la-di-das and a whistle. And he's like, you know that one? Do you like that one? He's like, he doesn't know what she's singing. He's just happy. She's on his lap.
You wanna go me leave your cares and worries behind. You wanna roll me talking about the time of our lives.
drink Pepsi, 1 in 3 cap codes gets you original music ringtones by Mariah Carey and other top artists.
Sorry. New ringtone.
I'm deceased. I'm done. I'm done. How have I never seen that before? That is literally, sorry, Michael Jackson, sorry, Britney Spears, sorry, Shakira. That is my favorite Pepsi commercial of all time. That was incredible. How have I never seen that before?
It is a whole production, that commercial. I think it was 2006. I think it's either late 2005 or into 2006. So it's around, it's in Emancipation era, the Adventures of Mimi tour. And it was a whole big thing. She did all these different ringtones, and they were like mini songs or her just doing funny things like audio skits and things. But that was the main one, Time of Your Life. And a lot of lambs still want her to develop that into a full song. Or maybe she has it as a full song, and that is something that could appear on the Rarities Part 2. You just never know. But yeah, it's a full production. I love the production into it. But the two bits that really make me laugh, because it just gets more and more ridiculous, which is what I need from Mariah in commercials. There are two shots that just kill me. One is when she goes down the slide and just throws her arms up in the air. And then the other one, it's like, what is the least likely thing Mariah Carey would do? She's on the motorcycle going over everything. She's flying through the air. She's got the helmet on, but she still finds the camera and gives like a sexy little smile, like mid-air. It's just ridiculous. That's why I love it.
Oh my gosh. That was amazing. That was amazing. I'm speechless. That was amazing.
Well, here we are. Need anything else? So very shallow.
Shoes are like women. They inspire beautiful music.
But what about these?
Stilettos sound like this.
What does my fragrance inspire?
That's got soul.
My ties are beautiful. They don't need music.
Bringing the stars together.
Controversial.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
That hits very differently in 2021.
It really does, yes.
I completely forgot that Mariah is not just in a commercial with Trump. She's like back to back. It flits between her and him for a second there. I forgot about that one.
That does hit very differently now. Oh, my Lanta.
This was a series of commercials, and we're possibly going to see some other ones. Macy's had this incredible campaign. They got a lot of their stars together, a lot of celebrities that were involved with Macy's, and they get them together in like little scenes and little skits, and that was super fun to see Mariah with other celebrities, acting and interacting. So I think there's a couple more that might pop up, but it was a great campaign.
Inspira música maravillosa.
Estoy de acuerdo. Y con estos
Tacones altos.
Zapatos.
Y mi fragancia que te inspira.
Esto tiene sabor.
Juntando a todas las estrellas.
Okay. I was going to say, why is it so similar and using some of the same shots? Because they're just repackaging it with some new dialogue for different territories. That's clever.
That is, yeah.
Ooh, a seat.
Hey, join us.
Can't believe, thank you. They tried on all the eating while eating.
Hey, Jess, will you pass me a roll?
You could have had that.
Tommy, you gonna eat that? We're gonna need more jambalaya.
Help Macy's provide 10 million meals for local food banks through Feeding America. All you need to do is have some friends over for dinner.
Don't even think about it.
Find out how at Macy's.com.
So that was, I believe, later. You can tell because in the first commercial with Macy's, Mariah has her debut fragrance, M, and here she has Forever. So it's a little bit, it's a year or two later. But little moments like that because she's there. You got Usher, Tommy Hilfiger, Jessica Simpson. A portion of that was cut out. There was more. I think in the first time we saw Jessica Simpson, she got cut off. So there's more going on with other celebrities. And then, I don't know why Donald's going to be in it again.
So crazy. I wonder what Mariah would say, about this. Like, she'd probably be like, "Oh, darling, we don't talk about that," or commercial or something. I could see her like, "Oh no, darling, we mustn't speak of such things," or something like that. I could see her.
I bet she forgets because I don't think they weren't all together for all of this. It was all filmed like separate. I think some of them were there together. They're acting or appearing in like 2s and 3s, but this whole table bit, I bet it's all done differently. And in the commercials we've seen, Donald is always like separate from the others, so she might not even realize she's in a commercial with him.
That is possible, yeah.
Let's not remind her. Let's not tell her.
Right.
Oh, I love the song. I stay in love.
Yeah, I really do love I Stay in Love.
Mariah Carey's precious fragrance collection.
It felt a bit cropped down. I don't think that was the full commercial, but they're using, video footage, but also, close-ups of the bottles. I don't remember that full commercial. Simple, but sweet.
Yes.
Just makes me want to watch the actual music video, though, for I Stay in Love.
Seriously.
Jenny, set, go.
I remember her with recreating that iconic 1997 VMAs outfit where she's got like the black boob tube and the dress with the famous slit. I think it's sold online by a certain retailer and it's referred to as the Mariah skirt. So she's recreating that look, which I love, and it's after she has had the twins, right? That was the whole thing about how she got back in shape after the twins. Yeah, and it was like this mystery unveiling, like there we're seeing her face, but there was a lot of like hair tossing, and I think there was a version where she's ripping through fabric. Do you remember all of that? Yeah. It was like, who is it? Who's the new face of Jenny?
Wow. I did not know that. Okay, wow. I'm being super schooled, and this is like the greatest way to get schooled, so.
I'm remembering things as I'm watching them. Like I forgot that she even worked with Jenny Craig, or now it's just Jenny. I forget. Like this, we're about to see her sat cross-legged talking about Jenny Craig. I completely forgot she did this.
Every 34 seconds, someone has a heart attack. Every 40 seconds, someone has a stroke. But it doesn't have to be that way. Every day, there's hope. Join me and the American Heart Association and get serious about your heart and your health. If you're doing nothing, do something. If you're doing something, do more. Find healthy living solutions from the American Heart Association's My Heart, My Life.
I don't know if I've seen that before.
Yeah.
That was very sweet. I think the only thing that took away from it is she sat one way and then she suddenly sat another way. It's like very serious and she's getting the message across, and then she's very much like, but it doesn't have to be that way.
Every 40 seconds, someone has a stroke. But it doesn't have to be that way.
And she's completely changed angle. That irks me a little bit. But wow, what year would you say that is? 2000.
Well, what year was her first Jenny Craig commercial?
Oh, well, that wasn't Jenny Craig.
Really? But I swear it said Jenny Craig on the bottom of the screen.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, it does say courtesy of Jenny Craig. So it has to be around
the time, yeah.
It has to be around, yeah. So I don't know how long she was with Jenny Craig. A year or two. There were more TV bits. I remember her sat with like Everyday Women, and they were all talking about how they got on with the Jenny program. So I know she did record a few things. So maybe she was with them for a year or two.
Maybe, yeah.
And maybe I just never saw that one.
Wow, that's super cool.
The luxury we deserve, the results we demand.
Can we just please take a moment to just acknowledge how beautiful she is? She is just so beautiful. And I am confident enough in my homosaturatedness to say that I still like Mariah is just breathtakingly beautiful. I did a Q&A video. I talked about my girl crushes, and sure enough, Mariah Carey in Always Be My Baby, to me, for so many years, was the epitome of the most beautiful, gorgeous female I had ever seen in my life. Like, it's almost unfair that God would create a woman that is so blindingly beautiful, like supernaturally beautiful, with the voice to match. It's like, okay, what does that do for the rest of us mortals? Like, you know, but Mariah Carey is beautiful. Like, singing and songwriting aside, just aesthetically, the way she's put together, like, she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, and that was a really luscious ad. That is Premier Cosmetics or Premier like beauty products. There was quite a campaign. I remember seeing like the print side of the campaign. I don't feel like I recognized that video. She looked gorgeous. One thing I will say is in some of the shots, she looks a little bit like, I want to say sleepy, like a bit over it. Do you know what I mean? Like they're going for those like slow motion, sultry eyes. And I'm like, she looks a little bit tired. Not like in a bad way, just sleepy. And I'm like, but I could easily believe in Mariah's world, she would easily be shooting this at the end of like a 15, 20 hour day or whatever.
True, yes.
So, but yeah, she does look gorgeous though.
Yes, that's going to be my new comeback. Whenever anybody says, Gilbert, are you okay? You look tired. You know they're trying to be shady. I'll be like, I'm not tired, sweetie. I'm sleepy.
There's a difference.
There's a difference, yes.
Sure, man. Bye.
Richard?
Hola, Rita.
Mariah Carey, he's coming.
Mariah Carey. Who's Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Yes.
Mariah Carey.
Yes.
Off of Christmas.
Yes, yes.
She's not coming here.
Yes, she is.
When?
She's here. Right now, come.
Oh my God. Oh.
We haven't even seen her yet, but they've set it up really, really well. I love the fact the British guy is just there playing video games. He's like, Mariah Carey off of Christmas? Because that's how we know her.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. I mean, it's just huge. All I Want for Christmas Is You only went to #1 for the first time. Christmas just gone. But it's always, but it's been like three, you know, #2, #3, #4, whatever. But everyone over here really does accept Mariah is Christmas. So for him just go, what? Mariah Carey off Christmas? Like it's very appropriate, but it's funny.
Wow, so they're synonymous almost. Like she is the queen of Christmas.
Yeah, it's as much over here as for you guys, but possibly even more.
I would say probably more. I would think the average person, the average person makes, you know, oh yeah, the reference a lot, but it's not synonymous with our culture just yet. It is with all of the American lands, but yeah, I would say that it probably that would not go over understandably in the States. Like Mariah Carey, like the Mariah Carey. You mean Mariah Carey off of Christmas or the Queen of Christmas? Nobody would say that here, you know? So it's probably stronger where you're at.
It definitely resonates here. See, my impression on this side of the pond is that she gets the Queen of Christmas title first from you guys, but it's like the press and people that are using it. And now I feel like we're adopting that over here. But Mariah has been synonymous with Christmas for us for a long, long time. Like the general public. There's this whole, like every Christmas, every January, I get sent that meme by loads of friends and people, which is Mariah walking into the sea. And they're like, after Christmas, Mariah, you know, Christmas is over. And once again, Mariah returns, you know, waiting to come back for another year. Like that kind of thing.
Into the sea.
Yeah, and I get it sent to me every single year. But actually, I think because I've been so big and loud with my lambdom over this past year, no one actually dared send it to me. All my friends knew better.
Mariah Carey is coming.
Not with me.
Welcome to our hostel.
Hostel?
Yep. Hostel, like it says on the wall.
I am so sorry. I thought I booked a hotel and she's so rude.
Leslie, you booked me in a hostel.
If it's any consolation, you look great.
I need a beautifully appointed private room in a hotel.
Oh, well, we have beautifully appointed private rooms, don't we?
Fine. You guys, you deal with it, okay?
Handling it, right.
Yeah.
Okay. In the form.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Right, well, it is this way.
See, at the same time, that is also what people think Mariah is. On this side of the pond, they will be like, she's just acting herself. And I'm like, no, she's sending herself up. She's not actually snapping at people around her like that. But a lot of people would just accept that as, that's just her.
Yeah. Like right now, as I'm watching this, I'm like, Mariah, wow. Like, but I love it. Like, she's like not afraid to look that in the face and confront it. Like, because I would think, if I honestly, the way that I'm thinking about it, this is obviously a commercial. It's obviously some little short film or something. And in my head, if you were really that way, if that's how you really were, you would never agree to do a project like this. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just couldn't. So the fact that she's even doing a project like this and looking that reputation in the face, to me, it's like giving me chills. Like, this is so brilliant. And this is just so... The very fact that this exists is pure evidence that this is not who she is. And I just think it's brilliant.
Yeah, totally agree.
So this is where you'll be. There's free Wi-Fi, private lockers, and an ensuite as well.
Great, neat.
This gonna be here?
Yes, that is kind of the deal.
Okay. We should go. We can't keep her waiting.
Oi, oi. So what's a pretty-looking girl like you doing in a place like this?
I'm not quite sure who you think you're talking to.
So this is our master suite. King-size bed, fit for a queen. Some very nice ornate coving. It's very bright. We're really proud of it.
She's smelling it!
It's bouncy.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's a bar.
So this is actually a really extended version. It's long. It needs to get to the punchline. I think it's a little bit too long. The version that I'm familiar with is faster paced than this. It's shorter because this is taking a long time to, I feel like, get to some punchlines. It's just a little bit too much maybe of her stropping around. I want it to get to the end because I think the end is funnier. But yeah, she's still having fun though, sending herself up and playing this diva. It must be fun for her to actually play a diva in something, because she's always trying to like play it down and whatever, but this time she's like, no, I'm gonna be that bitch.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love the fan. Like, nothing says like home video diva-ness than like literally like some generic little fan being held up. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I love that everyone around her is getting to fulfill their Mariah Carey fantasy, and some of the girls that work at the hostel, they're like getting involved and stuff. I was really, really surprised when this came out because I had no warning. You know, I didn't hear a rumor, I didn't hear maybe a report, maybe something, but I had no idea it was going to be like a 3-minute scene and it was going to be as much as that. And again, it's a random partnering.
Yeah.
But maybe that gives her the opportunity to be creative, because we know with like a perfume, like a fragrance, a perfume, with beauty products. We know the type of commercial we're going to get. We've seen some of those today for sure. But I think the most random hookups with the most random products, they've been the most fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I never thought I'd see the day that Mariah Carey is promoting Hostels.
Yeah.
But why not?
That's amazing.
Yeah, super fun. I love her.
Okay, so that is the final commercial of this video. Remember, guys, you can see more over on Gilbert's channel. The link is in the description below. Gilbert, before I let you go, though, I want to ask you, Mariah has been super active over the past year with the whole 30th anniversary, but even before that, there's been so much going on. What has been one of your favorite recent projects from Mariah? What were you super happy to see?
There's a lot. There's the Apple special. So specifically, when she remade Oh Santa with Jennifer Hudson and Ariana Grande, my brain blew out of both sides of my ears because, you know, for the longest time, and many of you might realize if you come to my channel, I'm obsessed with duets. Like, I just think like duets, like my favorite duet that I'm still holding out for, and I'm dedicating the rest of my life to, is Celine Dion and Mariah Carey. That's the duet I want to see in my lifetime. I hope we get to be alive to see it. But and probably right underneath that, I really wanted Mariah Carey to work together with Ariana Grande. Like, you know, they've been people have been talking a lot about, like, do they get along? Do they not get along? You know, is there a little bit of beef between them or not? And I love that Mariah Carey basically, like, probably being tired of those kind of things being said, like, literally decided to join forces with her. And I just know, like, I was so happy for Ariana Grande, because who would not want to sing with Mariah Carey? And just because, like, it's been so public, like, you know, whether or not they got along, like, to just see them together like that, and then doing the whistle. And again, like, something that me and Matt Trickle have been talking about is, you know, Mariah likes to poke fun at herself, as we were watching in some of those commercials. And I feel like she definitely is someone who likes to let other people shine. The fact that she allowed Ariana Grande to whistle with her, in harmony with her, it's like, get it, girl, shine right now. This is your time. Like, obviously, Ariana has spoken very well of Mariah, and that was her dream. That's her dream idol, right? And just the fact that Mariah is, like, gracious enough to say, this is my song and my video and my special, but you know what? I want you to do your thing, and I'm here to celebrate you right now. So, girl, you better whistle, and I'll whistle with you. It just made me almost emotional to watch that. It was super cool, and it really proved to me, and hopefully everybody that watched it, just how relatable and humble and amazing Mariah Carey is. So that moment really stood out to me.
Yeah, it was a really great interpretation, a new interpretation of the song. I love what Ariana and Jennifer brought to it, but certainly just those few seconds of that harmonized whistle, that was a huge moment for pop culture. It got Twitter burning up, and quite rightly. Yeah, it was not lost on, any fan base. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, people are still, it's like trending about it. Like, there's still reactions about it, and it's way past Christmas now. So,
I'm surprised to see, there's still reaction videos popping up all this time later. Yeah. Gilbert, this was so much fun. Thank you for joining me on my channel, and it was a pleasure to join you on yours as well. So don't forget, guys, these are only half of the commercials that Gilbert and I sat down and watched. Go and check out the video on his channel to see the other collection. The link is in the description below. Your channel, Gilbert, tell the good people, give us the name.
Oh, sure. My channel is Gilbert Gonzalez Jr. TV. And you can find it in the description. Or I don't know if you can just find the subscribers in Matt's video, because I'll probably be the top one because I'm obsessed with his content too. So yeah, you can find me probably pretty easily. And
they can find you on Instagram as well. I believe it's Gilbert Gonzalez Jr.
It's without the TV. It's just my full name, Gilbert Gonzalez Jr. So yeah, I'm on Instagram that way too.
Perfect. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Go and check out Gilbert's video and his channel next, and I will see you back here soon for another video. Gilbert, cheers, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for featuring me. I really, really appreciate it. I had so much fun.
Take care.
Bye. Bye, everyone.